Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn langchain. First of all, we will start by initializing our environment using UV. For initializing, just type UV space init, and UV will automatically initialize the project, as you can see here. Now we have to make a requirement.txt file. So we will make a requirement.txt file. Here we will type all the name of all the modules we will need in this video. So first of all, we will type langchain community langchain OpenAI. Langchain OpenAI will be enough for most of the work we will do in today's video. Then python dot so here we have written all name of the modules we will need. So we will just add them using UV. Command for it is UV space add slash -r, and then just name of your file. Here we is requirement.txt. So as you can see, we have a little problem here. Just wait a minute. We haven't initialized an environment. And now just activate the environment. With the source command. Now our environment have been initialized, so we will add the file here. As you can see here, it took few seconds, but now it's all installed. Now the second thing we would need in this video is an API key. So I would suggest to get an API key from the open router. Just type free in space and you will get a bunch of free API keys. I would suggest to use the biggest model you can find here. For right now, we would go with the Nemotron 3.5 Lightning. Just make a .env file. If you are putting your project on GitHub, then there is something that you need to follow. Please put your .env file in git ignore file. We don't have that because we are not pushing it to the GitHub. Now we would our open router key here. To get a key, just type Now here is how we create an API key. We will name it langchain with no expiration date. We don't need to put any credit limit or limits. Here is our API key. Just put it right here, and that's all. Now let's check if it works or not. First of all, we will import from langchain dot chat models, import OpenAI. Let's give it a name. Put your API key right here, and that's all. You can also give it a system prompt. The system prompt will tell this chatbot how it have to behave. But currently we are not giving any system prompt. We, as I told you, we need a model for this, so we are going back to the models, type free. We are taking Nematron 3 Lightning, copy the name and paste it right here. That's all. Now we will check if it works or not. Response.llm.invoke, and then just print the response. If nothing is wrong here, it should work. Python 3 main.py. As you can see, community module is no longer maintained, so we have to use something else for to access this chat OpenAI. We would just go to our browsers and search for it. Here is the documentation. Here is the package, and here is the class we have to use. So we have to use langchain OpenAI instead of community. OpenAI, and let's see if it works now. It's taking some time. Oh, there is a problem. We forgot to give it a base URL. Maybe we also need to give it a base URL. For base URL, just go back to the open router, and here Python OpenAI. Here you can see the base URL. Let's try again. We are getting the same problem as Open router key is not defined here. So, oh, we just need to type API key, not open router. Let's run it again. It says connection error, so current this time it's not on our side. Let's try one more time. Again connection error. So we can say that this thing is now working. Let's clear the terminal. Now python 3 main.py. I think it's about my network issue right now more than any syntax error in the code. From you can also improve it like this a little bit, because it's not a good practice to put API key directly into a code file. Import os dot get os dot, here's the key, here's the command you need to use. uh, with get env, the API key stored with the variable name open router key will be stored into OpenAI API key, and you can directly use it right here. There is no need to put your API key directly. You can just remove the API key now, and here it is. Just put it between double quotes, remember to do it. It's again showing a connection error. Let's use an agent to tell us if we did anything wrong or not. So you can use Copilot, but I would suggest you to learn how to set up open code. That would be much better. So let's see if we made some mistake or it's just a connection error. Oh, I think we should, instead of invoke, we should do respond. Now just keep it invoke. That would be better. Our agent is taking too long right now to just give a simple answer. But let's see if we did anything wrong or not. So it just told us this will cause an API call to fail within K. So we need to Let's see if it works. Here it say open API key is not defined. So let's just do it API underscore key and remove everything. We are again getting an error. So let's just use open code here. So shift to plan mode, same command. Here you can see we have done things right, such as model name, base URL. Our model is totally valid. Oh, here is the problem, I think. So we will just replace our base URL. Here it is. So let's check it again if it's working or not. Here it is, it's working now. As you can see, we have got our content. It's the capital of France is Paris, and you can see our question right here. So our model is now working. Let's replace the question and try asking something else. Again, run this file. It will take some time, and here it is. Assuming the angle is in degrees, the standard for this type of basic expressions, and we have got our answer, that's 5. So let's just start working with langchain and create our agent. So first of all, we need to understand how an agent works. So for basic understanding of how an agent works, I would like to show you a graph. Here, as you can see, this simple graph can describe how an agent works. It simply starts, send the request to a model. Model can access different tools provided by you. We will also learn how to make some basic tools. Uh, and then after it gets data from the tools or the response, After that, the model agent ends, and so let's just start making a agent. For this we would also require, let's just keep working. We can add, we would also need Jupyter. So let's just because we will work in Jupyter notebook. For we would need UV Jupyter notebook. How, and let's just ask how can I think we know the problem now. My internet connection is the real problem here. Jupyter. How can I add so here it is the command uv add div Jupyter. Just give it few seconds and it will work. It's taking longer than I expected, but let's just see if it. We also need to write our file extension and .pynb, so it opens a notebook, not a plain file. Here it's done. Let's just rename our file .ipynb, and here is our Jupyter notebook. First let's just import all of the required we have to select a kernel as well. So let's just select the environment of this file. So first of all, import from langchain then we would also need from we would also need OS. First thing, as I just showed you in graph, agent also requires a model. So first let's just initialize a model. We would give it a name LLM, and just replace the name with our model. You can also import it from the main file, but we are not doing it because we would change the main file later on. Keep every other parameter default. Or let's just do one thing, let's copy it from the main file. So here we are, everything is done. Let's just run it. Oh, the first need to be run before this. Now this one. Now let's just check our model if it's working or not. Response dot llm dot invoke. Inside invoke we have to give it in a particular format of message and the role which model will play. But now we are directly giving it in question, what's 2 plus 2, and then just write response here. Let's run it. If everything is all right, we will see an output here. As you can see, we got our output. You can also do it response dot content. By writing the content, you will only get this much portion of the AI message. Let's just stop it because it's taking longer. And retry it again. Now you can see we only get the thing we actually need and nothing else, just because we wrote dot content with our response. So now we will make an agent. To make an agent, we first need to import one file name create for agents. The file will be langchain.agents. So let's just import it from langchain.agent. Import create underscore agents agent. So here it is, no module name langchain. That's a new problem we just faced right now. So let's say, how can we resolve it? So there is no module name langchain. So we have to do the same thing, because there are multiple times there are modules which will how there are multiple times when module from langchain goes to langgraph and modules from langgraph goes to langchain. So we have to check it if there is some problem or not. Let's just in langchain. I would suggest, if you face any problem throughout with the modules, just directly go to your browser and search for it, read from the documentation. So here it is, create agents. So it's still inside langchain agents. Then why we are not getting it, I understand. Let's just try one more time. We are still inside the same environment as our file. Then just let's us go try something else. I would also suggest you to learn more about this from the documentation part, because there are multiple things that change this every week. So here it is. We added all the things, but we forgot to add the very first thing, and that is langchain. So just write langchain, and we would also write add it using UV add langchain. You can also reuse requirement.txt file again, but I'm uh, so here is the problem, I guess. It's about for the folder name. So let me just change the folder name and came back to it. Or instead of writing, or instead of changing our folder name, we can also do other things. You can just directly use open code for such type of errors, or copilot. Let me just go to my folder. Here we would have it. Here just a small name change we have to do. We can add or remove anything. Let's just write 1 2 3 after it, and that would be sufficient. Let's just open it again. So here we are. We have to add langchain here. UV add langchain. It still says we can't do it. So let's just so let's say if we get the langchain or not. Right, still Python environment. We still facing the same problem, so let's just change it again to something else. We just couldn't keep the langchain name here, so we would do langchain again. We have to open it. open the very same folder. Here it is. And our terminal. So just let's just add it one more time. UV add. So here you can see, here are the dependencies. We can also directly add it right here. So it's working now, and let's just do it. It's still not working.